Hi, welcome to today's G.I. Joe toy review today, where we will be reviewing G.I. Joe's Navy SEAL, the Lieutenant Torpedo. But before we get to Lieutenant Torpedo and his accessories, I want to make a shout out to back to the media store once again here on 41 South Loudon Street in Winchester, Virginia. So if you guys are in the Winchester area or plan to visit Winchester, come and check them out. We get vintage video games, records, toys, comics, DVDs, Blu-rays, and more. Buy, sell, and trade. So let's get back to the topic of today's review, which is Torpedo. So let's take a look at his file card, which is right here. It says that he's the Navy SEAL. In parentheses, it says sea, air, and land. Codename Lieutenant Torpedo. And his file name is Edward W. Leahola, or however you pronounce it. Primary military specialty is the Navy SEAL. Secondary military specialty is demolitions. Birthplace is Aiea, Hawaii. Grade is WO4, warrant officer. And surprisingly enough, the Navy actually has a warrant officer rank on the roster. And his file card reads, Lieutenant Torpedo was a scuba instructor prior to his enlistment. Attained black belts in 3 martial arts by age 19. Wushu, Kempo, and Gosho Ryu. Proficient with Filipino butterfly knife. Training records for after SEAL school classified. Classified expert most NATO small arms and NATO and Warsaw Pact explosive devices. Bottom paragraph says, spends off-day hours perfecting his fighting skills and marksmanship. Strict vegetarian, regarded by his teammates as a highly competent professional, but with the personality of a cold fish. Whoa, that's kind of harsh. But let's take a look at his accessories. Of course, he comes with every modern G.I. Joe figure. His figure stand with the upraised G.I. Joe logo. Lieutenant Torpedo on the front. So let's take a look at his rest of his accessories. Starting with his little butterfly fish scaling knife. Kind of very similar to the one that came with wetsuit. With most of Torpedo's weapons are technically the original, and wetsuit is the copy. He also comes with his silver fins, 2 of them, which are technically identical, which they could be right or left. They're kind of interchangeable. It doesn't matter which foot you put them on. He also comes with his harpoon gun, which also wetsuit came with, which is a harpoon rifle. He also comes with a scuba mask to cover his face. Also a little hose to connect from the mask to the CO2 tanks, which is right here. His scuba tank was 2 little CO2 tanks. And the little things right there was like, you could actually use the little 2 bottom pieces here and these 2 here. It's like jet propels, I guess, however you want to do it, whatever your imagination runs with. And he also comes with what looks like could be a German Luger with a suppressor on it. Nice little sculpt on it. So let's take a look at Torpedo. Comes with his typical sea diving gear. With the black around the head, where you actually see his face also, which is actually kind of cool with the Navy SEALs. Him and wetsuit are basically the same with that one. Come down with the black neckline, followed by the gray and black mix, gray down his chest and back. That's with the black down his arms and his sides. Little red pouches right there on the right shoulder. And what looks like, I can't even tell what that really is on there in the left shoulder. Has a silver and black belt go around the waist. And of course you still got the gray and black continuation of the waistsuit going down the waist piece, and the legs with gray shoes, and black holsters on each side with straps going around the side. Okay, so let's take a look at the articulation of Torpedo. Typical head that goes 360, some up and down. His arm, a little stiff, but it could go like up to here. It can swivel all the way around. Bends at the elbow. Swivels at the elbow. Swivels at the wrist. Also comes with the ab crunch feature. Come down to the legs. It's got the typical T hook at the waist, right at the hips. Lift up out here about 90 degrees. Double knee joints. At the ankle, swivel all the way around. Also bends at the ankle. So let's go ahead and take a look at Torpedo all set up. Here's Torpedo all set up with all geared up, and where he made his first TV appearance in the animated Sunbow animated series, the 5-part miniseries, the G.I. Joe Real American Hero, in Part 3, otherwise known as the Match Device miniseries. And he also made his first comic book appearance in issue number 13, where he was actually one of the best personality-wise in the cartoon. I actually like the personality in the cartoon, other than the Cold Fist Day, where he's actually kind of a jokester. Was actually Four Fist Torpedo. And tune in next week as we start the new year, starting off with Lamprey, going to the snow job, the Cobra Bats, and barbecuers. How we got January and the beginning of the year set up. And once again, this was Torpedo's video. So tune in next week as we do our first video of 2019. And I hope everyone has a great and wonderful new year.